Welcome everyone to another episode of John's Crypto Channel. We are here to learn all more about crypto, what is very important of course. And I try to do my best to educate every one of you to learn more about markets and how to read them. I do want to learn you how crypto will change the world and that this is the new money system of tomorrow. If you're still a working person and you have a 9 to 5 job, that's okay. If you start investing now into cryptocurrency, you will be doing fine in 5 years from now. You will very much appreciate me for showing you how to do it. And I will be very glad for you that you've done it yourself. You can be very proud then on yourself too for doing it, because not everyone is doing these things. And if people around you tell you that you're nuts, don't listen. Just do. If the feeling is good and you are ready to do it, just do it, because this will help you gain a lot of knowledge. This will help you also further in life. And in 5 years from now, and you have enough money to do what you want to do, you will be very proud of yourself that you started investing. Your family will be too. And if you do not have a family yet, you find one by then. Or a girlfriend or a boyfriend. That depends on what you want, of course. Because life is changing. It's changing rapidly at this point. Everybody can see it. That opens their eyes and look around what is really happening in the world. Not everybody wants to see it. That's something different. But the people that do want to see it know that it will change, and we can not do anything about it. We can just follow the tracks, like trading. The trend is your friend, so don't fight against it. Just go along with a smile on your face and knowing that you are prepared for the things that are about to happen. I've seen a podcast this week that I find very interesting to talk about. It's about the money system that's starting to fold out and why they put everything now onto the Russian, that he is not the good guy. I do not agree if he's good or bad. I just believe that he's doing his part, what he has to be doing. We don't see it in the news here, but they do a lot of cryptocurrency with their money at this point, behind the scenes. And I think a lot of people don't even know that the US started buying a lot of crypto and also a lot of rupees and a lot of coins from Russia itself, because they know that one of the major coins, the next ones, will be the yen, the Russian coin, or crypto. They know that the US dollar and the euro are not going to last. Maybe in 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. I do not have a crystal ball to see which time it will be, but be prepared. Make sure that you have some savings, not in a bank, but on something else that you don't need. Don't put your food money in there because it's still volatile. That's crypto at this point. But do remember that also the euro and the dollar is volatile. Not as much at this point, but still at this inflation rate, it's not looking so good for all of them. And the people that have saved a lot of money, please start putting it in something else. I'm no financial advisor. I just tell you what I'm doing to be sure that you keep your savings safe for yourself and your family, because the government is not gonna help you when the time is there. I've seen it myself now. Me and my family wanted some help, and we were looking for a way out of some ways, and they refused us. And I do pay taxes every year. I do everything that we need to be doing, but still they refuse to help us. And then I ask why. I'm a Belgian citizen, I have rights, and the people should normally help me, but they did not. And they did not even give me a good reason why not. I found it quite strange to hear as a Belgian citizen, but that's okay. I learned my lesson, and I know if you want to do something, you have to do it yourself, and don't count on anybody else except yourself to be the extraordinary one. I hope none of you whoever has to do the things that I have been done now for the last few days, but I believe everything will be okay. I believe the universe still has a plan for us and a way out and something new to do. Now, first of all, let's talk about crypto. It's weekend, it's Friday evening, so the market is closing, the stock market is closing, so the big guys are leaving the money trail behind, and that means that we are a bit stuck at this point. Always after 3 days we are in the weekend slowing down, and it doesn't, I'm not sure how it looks today. This one looked good, so this one looks quite bullish. He completely was bought back up. Well, this one can still maybe hit down here. We are inside, we're still above our trading line. This is a trend line on a 12-hour chart. You can see this is a beautiful, nowhere touching. If I can do it a bit closer like this. We are still a bit behind or from the trend line off. If we touch or break this trend line, this yellow one, maybe make it red, that you all can see it good, and maybe a bit thicker. So if we break this line, that means that we are changing direction of the trend. At this point it looks like bearish entanglement, but still we have 6 hours to go before we can say it is so or not. In the 4-hour chart we are about at the bottom at this point, and we should be heading back upwards. This one still has 2 hours to go, so I cannot say what will be done at this point. Here we are definitely at the lowest part. If we keep going downwards, we will be heading straight to the prior high levels, and it will be this trend line that we will be touching again. We have been touching it a few times. One, here was the second one, and you can see we are very close to hitting it again. This is a very beautiful trend line to see what we are doing at this point, and we have to be a bit patient at this point, because we can put an entry on the trend line if we want to, but we have to be careful which one. This can just be a small dip down and then backwards, upwards. At this point it looks good. I'm still quite confident that we will make the prior high levels 28,000. Even if we made a lower high now, that's still okay. If we look at the dailies, we just came a bit back. What's normally, if we have a big candle, we always go back to the prior highs to retest it. We done this too here to this point, so that's okay. As long as we do not break this trend line, we're definitely going back upwards, and we are definitely going to 26, 25k, and then we will see what happens at that point. Yeah, if we do here straight up, we still have three more days again before we can go the different direction. I am in 2 trades at this point, going upwards. with a very close stop loss, because it's not a sure place to be trading at this point, but still I couldn't leave it. I had to do it. Yesterday I told you guys that I was gonna do some crypto information and give you some beginner's lessons. The first beginner's lesson is always the money system, what it is and how it really worked. Money is a good thing. As long as you don't hold it just for yourself, it's a good thing. You may have plenty. That's good for you. And I'm very happy if you do. I hope everybody has enough for themselves that they can live perfectly the life that they want to live. Know that the money system from today was needed to build up everything we are in at this point. Every house you see, every shop you see, every car, every road, it's built up with this Ponzi scheme. It's a very good one, by the way. If we did not have it, we would not be at this point in revolution today. So I'm glad that they made it up and that they have gotten this far. But it's time to change now, and the way we are going to change is to a decentralized living world, because centralized living is not an option at this point anymore. We cannot give our fully trust to banks, governments, or somebody that can own power. Why not? Because they don't use it right. For me, personally, they go over the line. I will never trust any money back to the banks. Maybe just for living a few €1,000 and that's it. Why? Because I've seen myself how it works. They personally closed off an account of mine. There was 50k still inside that account, almost 50k. And they closed it off when I was in Portugal. And I had to find a way to get back without any help. Nobody of the bank is even supposed to be doing this. But they closed off my account. I was not allowed, and I could not touch anything else that was on that account. Most of the people then just call their parents and ask for a bit of help. I did that too, and even those people did not want to help me at that point. But that's okay. I also learned here a lesson. Do it yourself, you do it better. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way to find our path in life, what's really ours. And I found a few hard lessons this month for myself. Is it always easy? Of course not. Like you hear from me, I think a lot of people also sometimes have it not easy for themselves. And if you think I always have it easy, here you can hear it's the same with me. Life has ups and downs. It just depends how you look at life, and keep smiling, of course. It's very important that we know that everything that we make up in the mind, that we do not listen to it, that we try to take it out if we can't do anything about it right now. Do something happy, do something fun, do something you love. But sitting around and doing nothing is like not a thing that you should be doing at this point. Like I said, I was 3 trades open at this point, and Yeah, they're a bit negative at this point, but okay. I put my stop loss quite high, so they could get out very easy. But like I said before, it's not always easy life, and my life ain't always sunshine too. But like I recently learned, our government here is not the best one to be helpful. And I thought this was the way that I should be going, because I had to figure out some things in life too for myself. And I got help out of an unexpected corner, and I'm grateful for that somebody did help me. But still, I'm thinking very strange things at this point for how and what the hell are they gonna do when the banks start closing the accounts of all the people. They don't help you as a Belgian person, so I have no idea how many people that will be helped here. Luckily, I still can survive myself without needing anyone. But I'm one of the lucky guys that can do this. Not everyone can. That's why I'm teaching this crypto shit to everybody. Cryptocurrency for everybody. Sorry for my language. I got a bit distracted. I just want to help and see what we can do, because it's very necessary. Like I said before, being in the brain is something that you should not be doing at all. If you have a not positive thing to think about, try to get out as soon as possible. Write something positive down and read it 20 times until your mind flips out of it and goes back into a happy state. Because I still believe what you talk about and what you put your vibration in and your energy, what you give energy to, that you attract it. I just want to prepare everybody that's in Belgium here. If you ever have a not good time and you want to get out, or if you want some help, you will not get it from the people that you think you will have it from. Not always. I'm quite a good guy. I try to be respectful to everybody. I try to be helpful for everyone. I try to be honest to everybody, because I do not like to be lied to myself. And still, not everything goes right. And then you have two options. You can get mad. You could be frustrated. You could be disappointed. Or you can just say, okay, what can I do about it? And just try to stay happy. Is it easy? No, it's not. But it's the only way that you are able to survive in this world, and to keep a positive and happy mindset. For me, it was one hell of a not nice week. But okay, I learned a lot. And I'm happy that I still have a few friends that can help me. Now enough of this not happy stuff to talk about. Let's talk about something happier. We are at Ethereum. Where did he end yesterday? 1652. And he is starting to give us a flying hammer. This looks like a bearish sign. This is the trend line. If we break it, we will definitely go back downwards. We are still hitting it, so he's been touching it a few times. 1, 2, 3. Now this can be the fourth one, and we can still go up. So we have still, but this looks like a top tweezer. If this ends at around this point, this is a top tweezer. That means the direction will change. But this is also a trend line, so this can just be a retest too, continuously going up. Here we have two options. If we could go up, we still have like to 1700, and then that will be as high as I think this one will go at this point, before we go back downwards a bit more. Gala, this one has done nicely, Yesterday I took this short. It was a very nice trade. This one I did not expect. I hope I'm still in this trade. Ooh, I think I'm out. Let's take a look. Did I leave my trade? No, I'm still in my trade. Oh, that's silica. Right. I took a new one. Silica. I love to trade silica too. Yeah, this one was not correctly positioned, but it looks nice. This one is making a retest. You can see prior highs, prior lows, he tested it, so normally we should go back upwards. This one was complete doji, but he did break his trend line, I guess. Yeah, he broke his trend line, so you can see here, we broke it, we went above it again. So this one can, if this one goes up back to this prior level here, that would be beautiful. That means that we are continuously going upwards, but because we broke our level, that means that we could just have a retest, just go down, test this level again, and then continues going downwards. I hope everybody is happy for today. It's Friday, most of the people had to work. And I'm starting, like I said, a few new businesses already. I came back to do some other stuff too back in Belgium, but I think I'm leaving very soon again. I have nothing left here to stay. And nobody wants to help anyway. I found more help in Portugal than I found here at this point. But for me that's okay. Like I said, I learned a lot of lessons. And some lessons you need to learn the hard way, to know that they are important in life, to get where you need to be, and to think things through. Sometimes you need to feel it real hard before you understand it even. It's like the universe that gives you a push and direction that you need to be going. And if you don't see it the first time, the second time the hit is just a bit harder, that's all. And I've felt a few hits already. But I'm happy that I know that we are going the correct way. Let's take a look if anybody has a chat. Not at this point. Okay. Like I said, silica is going. Yeah, he broke his trend line, so we have to be above this one before we can continue going downwards. If he does not, if he closes below this one in 6 hours, let's take a 4-hour candle. This one does not look good for me. I do not like this. If we take our map, you will see what I mean straight away, because this is, if we take the candlestick Bible, let me show you what I mean. We have the opposite ones, big and small. Where is he? I do teach you guys every day something new about the candles, so that you keep remembering it. It's so important. A small and a bigger one, a bearish and fulgurant. What do we have? A small and a bigger one, and it's on a trend line. So this is a very dangerous one to tell us that we are continuously going downwards. And if we do go downwards, the next level will be around the prior high levels, around this one here. Draw a trend line if you want to see. This one is a pretty high level. This is the next level if we go back downwards that we will hit. It's around 3.9, and then we will see if we bounce on this one to go backwards, or we will continue going downwards. If we do so, we will be going to 3.8 or 3.7. We have another trend line here, and we have another one here. We will see what we do at this point, I cannot tell you ahead of time. I still do not have a crystal ball. But we are hitting this key level, and this one is quite hard to break through, around 4 cents. We will see if this one keeps up. It's weekend, like I said before. I do not like to trade in the weekend. My previous trades were already in from this morning, and I thought they were going upwards, and I miscalculated a bit. But that's okay. I still have very much confidence that we will hit the pre-year high levels. And the pre-year high levels are still a bit away, like this one too. We should be hitting at least... no, we did not hit this one yet before. So we should at least hit 6 cents to be at the pre-year high levels, and we're only at 4. So we still have like 90% to go. We still have to go, so that's still okay. If we have a trade for 70%, if we can do that at 3x, that's 210%. That's a very nice trade, I must say. Does anybody have a question for me about life, about crypto, about anything else? Like I said before, we were talking about crypto and money system. I find money system very important. Like I said before, this is the reason why everything is built up and we are where we are today. But a few countries having an inflation rate at this point that it's not normal anymore. I hope you all do see this in the world and see where the world is going at this point. Everybody knows that if we have a decentralized world, that we will not need a government anymore. We will not need an accountant anymore, because we will be able to trust one and each other. And we are going to a very special time even. We are not only in a decentralized revolution, we are also in a technological revolution, because blockchain, it is a new revolution, and it's not really blockchain called, we call it blockchain, but normally the first one that built Bitcoin, and you can read it in the white paper of Bitcoin. It's not called blockchain, but I cannot remember what the name is. I will look it up for tomorrow and help you. I will tell you by tomorrow which one I meant it was be. At this point, I think that will be it. I will leave you guys for this evening and let you have a wonderful evening. If you want to let me take a look at more coins than just one, just put it in the chat or put it in the comments below, that I can follow up and take a look which one you need or which coins you want to be talking about. I'll be filling in my Excel file later on. I will be showing you what my profits and what my losses are. I will do this once a week. I will not do this every day. Otherwise, there will be way too much typing and less talking. And I love to talk again against all of you, with all of you. I want to help you all get a better mindset, get a better life, get a bit more happiness too, because that's very important. To stand in your power, to be able to say no when you want to say no, to be able to say what you want, that you're thinking about. That's very important. Not a lot of people can do this. And if you're one that can do that, be happy that you can. You're one tough girl or boy then at that point, or man or woman. Because a lot of people are afraid to say what is on their mind. They like to be in the mind, but not talk what's on the mind. That's quite a difference. And it's very important that you can do that. If you can, do so. Always be honest, straight on. Be open-hearted. Be kind. But don't apologize about something you say, because you mean, if you tell something and you really mean it, don't apologize because the other person thinks it's rude. You don't have to. He is making that emotion up, not you. You're just being honest, and he cannot handle the truth, or he cannot get around that that's true, or maybe he's just soft-hearted and he's not able to do it. If you don't have a nice boss, if you don't have a person that you don't like, leave them alone. Don't go with them if you don't like them. And if they tell you something, just be straight on, straight into the face, be honest about it, and they will leave you alone. They cannot handle the truth, people. They are not strong enough. They will just start yelling and walk away. As long as you can keep your temper nice and calm and be honest about everything, they will just walk away. I had this multiple times already, and they can just not handle the calmness and relaxation that you vibe out. It's really nice to see that people are just not prepared for somebody that's honest. And we're shifting to a new economy that's very honest to each other. That's what I like about this new world. It's not gonna be the one that everybody talks about on the news. No, it's gonna be quite different. I see it as a very happy world. But before we build something new up, there has to be something broken down always. That's always how it goes. Before you can build something new, there has to be something torn down. And while that happens, you will see that everything will be built up even better. Like I say, governance will go down, and a lot more than that. And we will be one world again, instead of many countries. You can see it as you can see your home as your home, and the rest of the world as your backyard. That people can joyfully walk from one state to another without having to have passes or anything else with them. They will just be able to walk through everywhere and be nice, kind, lovingful, cheerful for one another. I'm now doing this for a week, and I'm quite happy that I'm kept up. I had to do this at least for 40 days to make it a habit. I'm making a few new habits already. If you want to learn more about habits and everything else, you can follow my wife. She has also a few channels. One about healthy food, because I find that very important. The food that you put in your body makes yourself very strong, or can turn you down like very easy to. If you ever had the feeling after a meal that you are really tired or sleepy, I used to have this in Belgium when I ate fries out of we call it here a frietkot. We have this on every corner in the street. It's a small shop where they sell French fries with some other stuff too. And if you go there and you eat, I did this when I was working my 9-to-5 job. I used to do this every Friday or Thursday. I did it once a week. And after we ate that, we were not full of energy. We were like, oh man, we still have to work the afternoon now. Wow. Before that, I had no problem doing it. But after we ate it, we were like, the body was really tired, getting tired. And that's a sign that your body has to put all of its energy in digesting your food. And if your body has to put the energy in digesting the food, it cannot give you energy to walk around. I can give you a few pointers about food. I fast every week, a day and a half, that I don't eat at all. I only eat once a day. A lot of people will not understand why, but I don't eat sugars at all anymore. So I don't eat anything out of the shops. We only make fresh food ourselves, everything. From bread to pancakes to milk, we make everything ourselves. We don't drink cow milk anymore because the way they produce that is not healthy for the cow itself. But if you want to look up, that's your choice, you can look it up. If you want to drink milk, then drink goat milk. That's better, that's the best that I found out. And it's not the easiest one to find in the shops, I must say too. But if you go to the shop and you have the chance to look at the back of the package and you take the time for yourself, you will see that everything is full of sugar. Try not to eat too much sugar. It's not healthy. Your body can digest about a half a teaspoon of sugar. That's how much your body can digest a day. And in everything we eat, normally there is sugar, so you can imagine that your body cannot digest everything that you eat in a day. But that's normal that we cannot digest that much sugar because our body is not made for that. They just put it in everything to keep us going to the hospitals, the doctors. So every bill that we do, that it gets more, and it changes your taste to sugar. It also makes that you have to have more from it because it's very addictive. That's why everybody eats all the time, and I can do perfectly without. I only start eating between 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I eat one time. And for the rest of the day I do not, and I'm still just as productive like anybody else, or even more. I still do my fitness every day. I still do running every day, and I'm still I'm a normal weighted person, and I look quite okay for myself. My camera has come in, so I will take my views with my camera soon on again. Maybe you like it more. I will do this weekend some education for myself again. I hope I will be online this weekend. I'm not sure, but in the weekend there's not much to trade anyway. I will try to do for Monday definitely a nice one. I will put everything back in order. I will put some documentation into it. I will try to make it a two I will try to make it a 2-story. One first crypto I will do, and afterwards I will make sure that we have some documentation that you can follow while I'm talking, and that you can write it down if you want to. I will ask my wife if she wants to join, maybe one time, that she can talk about her channel and also about her mindset, because she has a beautiful mindset. She is so straight on, so honest. Sometimes I don't believe how straight on she is. Polite. She's always polite, but she's way too straight on for most people. But the nice thing is to see then that everybody just follows along. They listen very carefully to her, and if she speaks, nobody's there to say anything back except from being polite back to her. And she's at the standard normal, not polite. But she's just so straight on that your mind makes up that she is not polite. But the way that she tells it, with such a high vibration into it, she's so straight on. Oh, it's so nice to see. And a lot of us can learn a lot from her. Okay, I'm still chatting at this point, and we keep going it. Yeah, I will be doing this a lot next times. Okay, have a nice evening all. Ciao, enjoy, and we will see you all back tomorrow if I'm able to come. Normally I will. And I will show you which entries I made by then. Have a nice evening and be blessed all.